the dunk. Watch Dr. J take off from the free throw line on Michael Jordan's soar, untouched to the rack, and tell me man can't fly. In the early days of the game, players were encouraged either by the rules or the culture of the game to stay grounded. Now, players on every court on the planet are dunking the ball in ways that no one has ever dreamed of.
I'm living in my hoop dream, yo.
The possibilities are limitless, I'm telling you.
This is the main event, trying to tell all of y'all. This is the main event, king of the street ball. Let's face it, when the whistle blows, I go all out. This is for anyone who put my game in doubt. I'm still in tour, still main event on the floor.
I'm Wally Dixon, a.k.a. Main Event, and you're watching Sports Cool. Not everyone can do it, but it's everyone's favorite play, the dunk. This is my favorite play. I'm about to show you some of my favorite dunks and some exercise that will help you with your hops. And maybe one day you will be able to dunk. Maybe. The dunk. One of my favorites.
Main event, king of the street ball.
Dunking to me is freestyle. It's like an unwritten rhyme. Get up in the air and just let your body and your mind just go, just soar through the air. Who say man can't fly? If you can't dunk, you gotta smack the backboard. If you can't smack the backboard, you got to grab the net. You gotta do something. Growing up, not only did I have strong legs and worked on my legs, but a lot of my friends couldn't dunk. But that didn't take away them wanting to dunk. I went to one of my friend's house and he had a lower rim. The average height of the rim is 10 feet. His rim was about 6.5 feet, 7 feet. And the dunks he was doing, I mean, you couldn't tell him nothing. And what he did was, when we got on the 10 feet, he started throwing the alley-oops. He got incorporated, he got involved with the dunk. But like I say, if the rim not 10 feet and you want to be that great dunker, you can lower the rim, have some fun with it, but it's still techniques that you must learn. My first time I ever dunked, I was in cleats, coming from football practice. True story. Went up to the rim, and it was a two-hand dunk. So I said to myself, the rim is 10 feet, I got cleats on, what can I do if I took these cleats off? I went home, changed off my football gear, came back to the park, and I've been dunking ever since. It started with the two-hand dunk, then the one-hand dunk, throwing the ball up, catching the alley-oops. And what really helped me perfect my dunking was I used to throw the ball up and the ball would maybe go way over there. I still try and dunk the ball because I know I was afraid or the ball don't got to bounce in a certain spot. I went there and got it. I had the ability to jump, practice my jumping, practice getting my legs strong through the different drills I got set up that you definitely will be able to practice. And by dunking mistakes and missing, it helped me become a great dunker. While you're watching this at home, a good exercise to help you with your hops is toe raises. Toe raises help build up the muscle in your calf. Try and do 10 sets of 20 if you can. So you can be doing something while you're watching Sports Cool. Put your remote down and let's get right. Think of an imaginary box. 1 box, 2 boxes, 3 boxes, 4 boxes. Not only will you work on your strength, but as well as your balance. You want to start like that. Touch each box. Then you want to reverse it. As you can see, you want to do that 5 times with your left leg, 5 times with your right leg. Try and do sets. 5 sets of 10, 5 sets of 5. Remember, you're working against yourself. This next exercise I will show you is to work on strengthening your legs. It's called backboard taps. Maybe you don't have a backboard, or maybe you're not in the park. But if you can find a wall with a little height on it, you can practice this skill almost anywhere. You want to do it 10 sets of 5. Total, you should do it 50 times, but take about 15 to 30 seconds in between to get a break. Try and land in the same spot using your toes only. You don't want to land flat-footed. You want to be on the tip of your toes to get that muscle working in your calf. Pay attention. 10. Then you do another 10, another 10, another 10, till you do 50. But take time so your muscles could develop and rest. The difference between a one-handed dunk and a two-handed dunk, the one-handed dunk, you'll see more of a finesse, more of a style, more just soaring through the air. On a two-handed dunk, it's straight power. My man, my defender or defenders, I want to see them ended up on the ground, and I'm going to the foul line because I just got an and one from dunking on 4 or maybe your whole team. That's the difference. The two-hand dunk is more power. It's more personal. The one-hand dunk is more on the open court. I'm going to just show my finesse with the ball and just show you how gracefully I glide through the air. But remember, the two-hand dunk is straight business. When I do my left-hand lean, with one-hand dunks, I use one leg. But power, anything power, I'm jumping off of 2 legs. The two-hand dunk. It's very good to use the two-hand dunk when you want to show not only your defender, but your defender teammates that there's no messing around. The tomahawk dunk. Separate the boys from the men. The tomahawk dunk, a lot of power, a lot of energy. It lets your opponents know you're not playing. It's gonna be a long night if you catch a tomahawk dunk early, guaranteed you. The tomahawk dunk could be a dunk, open court, on the team. Myself, I preferably rather do it on my opponents rather than waste it in the open court. An open court, I gotta do a dunk with the name main event. My most memorable tomahawk dunk, I got 9 stitches. Shattered my hand, shattered the backboard, had glass all on my back. Real glass, real story, real stitches, real doctor's bill. Anytime you leave your feet in basketball, you gotta remember, landing is very important. Whether you're doing a layup, a finger roll, or a monstrous tomahawk dunk, you must concentrate and practice on your landing. The 360 dunk, one of my favorites. The 360 dunk, let them know you're not joking around. You ready strictly for business, finesse, showing them your style, letting it all hang. It's kind of like magic because the defense see you in front of them, and when you spin, man, out of sight. The only person who know what you're going to do is yourself. So you want to stay straight up in your move. You straighten your move. And when you're ready to take off, the key to it is to get whatever foot you're jumping off, to have that foot in a slant position, in a turn position, to know which way you're going to spin. The defender has no clue what you want to do, but by the time he go to react, your body is spinning away from the defense. Remember, the 360 is to spin you away from the defense unless you're on a fast break and you want to show the fans how cool you are. The one-hand 360 and the two-hands 360, it goes back to just dunking. The power versus the finesse. Of course, the one-hand 360 is easier than the two-hand 360 because you're just going around one of your arms. But to take 2 of your arms and spin around, it takes a little bit more power. So you got to work on those legs and take it very serious when you're doing your workouts. You have to practice jumping. Practice knowing where the rim is going to be at once you spin. You just don't want to get the ball and spin it say I did a 360. You get dizzy. You lose the ball. You want to know your surroundings. Once you jump, you want to know where the rim is at. So you have to practice without the ball, just jumping and getting used to your body spinning around and have your brain thinking, once I spin around, I got to now grab the ball and dunk it. Off the backboard dunk, little showboating. I think when the fans, when you're up by the game, you don't want to come out the gate unless it's 0-0 and do any kind of fancy dunking or off the backboard. You want to wait till you got a nice little comfortable lead, unless it's just an all-star game or you out on your street court and you working on your game. If you really have great jumping ability and been blessed with jumping ability and know how to control yourself in the air, you could do that dunk not only in the open court, but also on your defenders. Jump right over them. Throw it off the backboard and jump right over them. Believe it or not, when you throw the ball off the backboard, that's the decoy. They think that's your shot. And you go right back up and get it. Guaranteed a winner. Off the backboard, pass to yourself, slam dunk. The defender thought I was going to go with my left and go baseline, but when I crossed over, I threw it off the backboard. Took him right out the play, easy dunk. When I'm on a fast break, by the time I get to half court, by looking at the defense is waiting for me to pass the ball. The trick to it is I'm passing the ball, a legal pass to myself off the backboard, so that throws the defense right off. At this point, my mind is already set that I'm going off the backboard. The other thing I have to do is get the defense to think that I'm going to pass the ball. So watch my hand and watch how I do that. My motion is there, but it's going off the backboard. So you gotta remember, you always gotta try and outthink the defense. Because the defense know that you're either gonna come down, pull up a jump shot, pass the ball, or just drive to the lane. But I'm looking to give myself a self-pass. So once you get around this paint area here, you wanna just get it up off that backboard and have it come up the front of the rim and finish the play. The windmill dunk. If you see a windmill, you notice it goes around. What the windmill dunk is, you want to go up with the ball first and spin it all the way around and dunk it. Whether you're dunking with two hands with the windmill or you're dunking with one hand with the windmill. It's all into the wind. The wind makes a windmill effect. What makes a very good windmill is height. To get as high as you can in the air and just let your body gracefully go. And also a good wind is very important as well. When you decide to use the windmill, that means that you're just letting it all hang that night. You're showing everything. Because a windmill, you don't see every night. Everybody can't do it. Keep practicing your skills on what you've been taught on sports school, and maybe one day you'll be able to do this. I want to dunk on you. Will you be my next victim?
The dunk. It's got to be slamming.
This is the main event, try to tell all of y'all. This is the main event, king of the street ball.